Rule 4, the venue of actions. So first, let us define what is a venue. A venue refers to the place where the action is to be instituted and tried. It is also the locality in which the cause for legal action occurs, the locality or country in which a case is tried, and from which a jury is impaneled. So what is the distinction between a venue and jurisdiction? Venue refers to the place where the action is to be instituted, while jurisdiction refers to the authority of the court to try and decide the case. So venue, action, where it is the place where the action is instituted. Jurisdiction, the authority of the court to try and decide the case. Venue can be waived. Jurisdiction cannot. Venue may be a subject of a written agreement between the parties, but jurisdiction cannot be the subject of a written agreement between the parties. The court cannot motu proprio dismiss the complaint on the ground of improper venue, but the court may motu proprio dismiss the complaint on the ground of lack of jurisdiction over the subject matter thereof. The court may not motu proprio dismiss the case on the ground of improper venue because venue is a matter of that is personal to the parties, and without their objection at the earliest opportunity, it is deemed waived. So let's start with section 1, venue of real actions. Actions affecting title to or possession of a real property or interest therein shall be commenced and tried in the proper court which has jurisdiction over the area wherein the real property involved or a portion thereof is situated. Forcible entry and detainer action shall be commenced and tried in the MTC of the municipal or city wherein the real property involved or a portion thereof is situated. So for real actions, it shall be commenced and tried in the proper court which has jurisdiction over the area wherein the real property is situated. Actions for forcible entry, ganun din, kung saan nakalocate yung real property involved. Now, section 2, the venue for personal actions. All other actions may be commenced and tried where the plaintiff or any of the principal plaintiffs resides, or where the defendant or any of the principal defendant resides, or in the case of non-resident defendant where he may be found at the election of the plaintiff. So, pag personal actions ang usapan, it can be filed or tried and commenced where the plaintiff resides or any of the defendant resides, or kapag non-resident defendant kung saan man siya mahahanap. But these personal actions are dependent on the election of the plaintiff. So, sa personal actions, it depends upon the plaintiff saan niya i-commence or ipa-file ang action. Pero pag real action, it depends on the location of the real property involved in the case where it is situated. Okay. Venue of actions against non-residents if any of the defendants does not reside and is not found in the Philippines and the action affects the personal status. The personal status of the plaintiff or any property of said defendant is located in the Philippines, the action may be commenced and tried in the court of the place where the plaintiff resides or where the property or any portion thereof is situated. Okay, what does the word reside as used in this rule on venue of personal actions means? So, as used in this rule, the word reside means the place of abode, whether permanent or temporary, of the plaintiff or the defendant as distinguished from domicile, which denotes a fixed permanent residence to which, when absent, one intends to return. Okay, example. X bought on installment a parcel of land from Y. Alleging that Y refused to accept payment for the installment that were already due, X wants to file an action against Y to compel him to accept the payment. Suppose X resides in Baguio City and Y in Dagupan, but the land is situated in Bontoc Mountain Province. Where should X file his complaint? What is the action? First, if we are compelled to answer these kinds of questions, what we need to look into is what kind of action is the plaintiff filing. Is it a personal action or is it a real action? 'Di ba? So in this case, what X wants is to compel Y to accept his payment. So kung i-compel niya si Y na ma-accept ang payment niya, it goes to show that it is a real action because if Y is compelled to accept the payment, then X is already the owner of the parcel of land. Kaya this is a real action. So kung real action ito, dapat i-file niya sa place where the uh, real property is located. So, sabi, nasa Bontoc, di ba? So, X should file this complaint in Bontoc Mountain Province where the land is located because this is a real action. The filing of the action is necessary to enable X to consolidate his ownership over the parcel of land. Kasi nga, ownership of land ang main objective dito ni X, kaya niya kinocompel si Y na i-accept yung kanyang payment. O, another example, X mortgaged his land to Y to secure the payment of a loan in the amount of 1 million. When the debt became due, X offered to pay the loan by means of a manager's check, but Y refused to accept the check. X wants to institute an action against Y to compel him to accept the payment and execute the proper instrument for the cancellation of the real estate mortgage. If the land is situated in Baguio but X resides in Tarlac and Y in Angeles City, what is the venue of action? O ito, cancellation of real estate mortgage. Ang cancellation of real estate mortgage, while it says real estate, so parang real property, no, it is actually a personal action. So the venue of action is either in Tarlac, where X resides, or Angeles City, where Y resides, at the election of X. The reason is that the action for cancellation of real estate mortgage is a personal action because excess title or possession of the land is not an issue in this case. Gusto niya lang i-cancel yung mortgage, pero hindi naman yung possession ng land ang in-issue kasi siya pa rin naman ang in possession kung siya ang mortgagor. Diba? Okay. O ito, what is the venue of an action for dissolution of partnership and for accounting where the complaint also prays for sale of real property belonging to the partnership? Dissolution is a personal action, okay? So the venue of the action is the place where the plaintiff or any of its principal plaintiffs resides or where the defendant or any of its principal defendants resides because an action for dissolution of partnership and for accounting even where the complaint also prays for the sale of real property is a personal action. So remember, kapag nag-answer tayo on venue, what we need to look at is what type of action is filed. So is it a real action or a personal action? So kapag real action, 'di ba, sinabi na dito na yung pag real action, it involves title to or possession of a real property. Personal actions, all other actions that does not involve real property. Okay. Section 4, the last section under Rule 4, when rule is not applicable. So this rule does not apply in those cases where a specific rule or law provides otherwise or where the parties have validly agreed in writing before the filing of the action of the on the exclusive venue thereof. So Sinabi dyan na the parties to a civil action may validly agree on the exclusive venue of an action, provided that the agreement is in writing and the agreement is made before the filing of an action. Okay, ito example. A deed of assignment between X and Y provides, in case of litigation, the venue of the action shall be in the competent courts of Baguio City only. If X resides in Burgos, La Union, and Y is in Sison, Pangasinan, may X file his complaint for specific performance against Y in the RTC of La Union in the event that Y violates the deed of assignment? No, because uh, X and Y, before the filing of the action, had agreed already on the exclusive venue of the action that may arise from the deed of assignment. Thus, it can only be filed in the courts of Baguio City. In the problem presented, the parties have agreed on the exclusive venue of their prospective action because of the word only. Then, it must be noted that it is a restrictive word. On the other hand, if the agreement on the venue does not contain a restrictive word, then it is also understood that it is only permissive in the sense that it merely provides for an additional venue. Pero kasi yung kanina only, sabi niya. So, Baguio lang. Pero kung walang only doon, walang restrictive words, it just means that it is an additional venue. Pero susundan mo pa rin yung rules of venue na diniscuss ngayon na pag personal sa residence plaintiff or residence defendant at the election of the plaintiff, if real action in the place where the real property in interest is situated or a part thereof. Okay. So, isama na natin dito dahil maikli lang naman ang Rule 4 ay isama na natin ang Rule 5. 2 sections lang naman. Okay, uniform procedure in trial courts. When you say uniform procedure, the procedure in MTC shall be the same as the RTC except where a particular provision expressly or impliedly applies only to either of said courts or in civil cases governed by rules of summary procedure. The meaning of terms the MTC court as used in this rule shall include the METC, the MTCC, the MCTC, and MTCC. Ayan. So, municipal trial courts in cities, municipal circuit trial courts, and metropolitan trial courts. Okay, so yun lang naman ang Rule 5. Okay?